Here we go. And action.
I'm Millie.
Hello.
Hi, you met Millie. Hi, baby. Millie's gonna be living with us.
She's gonna live with us.
Yes, Andrew, I told you that. I said she was gonna be living in the guest room in the attic.
It was just inspired by the terrible bosses I've had in my own life. I was a physician, and in residency, I had some senior residents who really were a lot like Nina.
You overheard those PTA cunts saying that I'm crazy?
They had all these weird requests.
No overnight visitors. I hope that's okay.
Things seemed to contradict each other.
I want you to feel safe here.
I do.
I was always so tired, and of course you can't leave because it's your job.
I have Saturday off. Isn't that what we talked about?
No, I can't spare you today.
I just kind of wanted to capture what it feels like to work for somebody who's really treating you terribly.
And these are non-refundable, I'm assuming?
Nina, I did what you told me to do.
Fine, they're gonna come out of your paycheck.
I didn't even expect it to be in bookstores. I just thought maybe it'll reach an audience I hadn't reached before. The idea of it hitting the New York Times bestseller list, it wasn't even a tiny bit in my head.
I've been meaning to ask you, did you learn how to cook while you were in prison?
It was a special find because at the time, the book was Freida's first book that had been published through a traditional publisher. Before that, she was mainly an indie publishing author. I had been looking for a psychological thriller, something that sort of like turned the genre on its head. And I feel like the best part of The Housemaid is it's a story about this woman with a past who entered a house.
Can I give you a hug?
And the secrets of the house owners might be worse than her own. Each person has their own secret that's hiding, and you don't really know until the very end who is the ultimate villain, who's the ultimate hero, and who's the ultimate victim. As soon as I finished the book, I'm like, this is a fucking movie. Probably when I got to part 2.
Fuck you, Andrew! Oh, fuck you!
The text started flying of like, everyone needs to read this ASAP. This is going to be the next project that we work on.
She called me and she said, I just read a book that I really love and I'd love for you to read it. And I ended up reading the book and calling her back and said, we need to get this.
I feel like the best part about being in my job is when you read something that like gets your blood turning, that's not the end of it. You gotta go run around and figure out how to go get it made. How do we make it ours and how do we make the best version of it?
Well, this is Rebecca, who wrote the screenplay, so kind of an important person, I would dare say.
I love the book. It's so good, and it's kind of one of my favorite genres, like a modern gothic thriller, and it's the fastest thing I've ever done. And luckily, they liked all the stuff that I was doing.
Oh, fantastic. Put your arms up on the... Yeah, there you go.
When I read the script, I got chills. It was so good, and I felt like everything she changed was like perfect. Some of it was like, oh my God, I wish that were in the book because it's so good.
It's too good.
Yes.
When I adapted it, I was just really looking to capture the book, but it has an interesting structure that isn't quite right for a film. The first half is all Millie, and the second half is all Nina.
Why'd I even think I had a shot at that job? Oh well, at least I got $20 out of it.
It's really from Millie's POV until it's not. But that 150 pages of Nina had to be condensed into a really tight sequence.
Dear Cece, if you're reading this, I'm either dead or you just turned 18.
You had to tell the whole story with just a few choice moments. Tragedy of her backstory and single motherhood and her fairy tale romance, and then how it all went south, and then how she chose to find a way to escape with her daughter.
Hiring Millie was the only way I could keep you safe and set us both free. And I figured if anyone could take care of the situation, it was her.
This is not an exaggeration to say that in her very first draft of the script, this never happens, ever, she wrote what we believed to be a movie. We cast off that draft, which doesn't ever happen. Freida McFadden was thrilled, Sydney Sweeney wanted to do it, and frankly, we had to pinch ourselves a little bit that we got her because we couldn't have envisioned a more perfect Millie. She was the first choice, the only choice, and when she said she wanted to do it, we knew we had a movie.
Sydney's the best and is so smart and kind and gracious as both a executive producer and also as Millie.
I was a huge fan of the book already. I knew that people would be dying to see this on screen. But then also I just loved it too because of Millie. She's just such a strong-willed character, and I knew that I wanted to make sure the project came to life.
It's a character that I've become so attached to over the last 3 years, and it's like, I just saw her and I was like, it's Millie, and I was so happy because she's so perfect.
I'm just gonna say I think you might be overqualified for this job with all this experience and a college degree.
I just realized I really enjoy being a housemaid.
You do?
For the right families, of course.
Hey, cut, right. Cut. I've been a huge fan of Sydney's for a while. So when this project came to me from Lionsgate, great script, and Sydney was attached, I'm like, I'm in. Look, it's Freida. She wrote the novel. She's responsible for this whole thing.
Paul Feig, he's one of my favorite directors, if not my favorite current director. When they said he was directing, I was mind blown. He's just the best.
The script had gotten sent to me, and I thought it was really fun. And then I read the book and really fell in love with the book. But this one really resonates because it really puts a spotlight on how we make first judgments about people and how we make first judgments about situations. Then when you find out the reality that lies underneath things, how it confronts your view of how the world works.
Oh, Millie, stay the fuck away from my husband.
Then we had to figure out, who was going to be Nina. And I've always been such a fan of Amanda's. And actually, I met with Amanda. We had coffee, 10 or 15 years ago. Like we got to do something together.
And we're gonna work with each other one day. And I was like, oh, I gotta hope so. And then finally, Paul Feig, he's doing this adaptation of a book called The Housemaid that was very popular. And I was like, sign me up. Clearly knows comedy, like not a lot of people do. And I think it's the reason I've always wanted to work with him. I thought it would be really interesting doing a thriller with him. There's a spin to these characters that you haven't seen. And it's really, really fun to play. It's just so fun.
Let go of this.
Brandon Sklenar, he's this big, handsome, charismatic guy, and within 5 minutes, he had the role in my head. This role takes a lot of twists and turns, and some of them don't make you look so good. And he's like, yeah, I want to do all this stuff.
What drew me to playing Andrew is I've never played a character like this before, and playing this man who's effectively playing other characters because he's a sociopath, so that's a lot of fun.
Seeing that nice guy transform into this monster, knowing that you can play the nice guy so well, I think makes it perfect.
Hey, come here. You're fired.
McKaylee I worked with on Another Simple Favor. I just absolutely fell in love with him. Everybody did. I said to Freida, did you write this for McKaylee? Had you seen his other movies? And she goes, no, it just happened to be. But he's perfect for it.
I didn't know he was that, but when I saw him and I heard his story, I was like, he's perfect. Ever since it was announced, everyone's like, you have to be it. It has to be a McKaylee. It has to be.
Thank you so much for believing in me.
Oh my God, I was like dying.
The first job that I found, it was actually a gardener, yeah? I needed to pay my bill. Enzo is a strange character, it's a character that connects all the characters all around. I did work as a gardener in the real life for like 9-10 months, but I was never this weird.
So now you go, you pack your bag, you take Sissy and you leave right now.
Cece, my daughter, is played by Indiana L, and quite smart and very funny.
I'm just really attached to the character. She's kind of easy to play because at home, I'm a little bitchy, just like, I'm not demanding, but it's just an easier part to play because I am a little sassy at home.
I'll do anything. I'll clean, I'll set boxes, I'll scrub toilets. I just really need to get out of here.
You're leaving?
What?
Indiana, the way she played petulant so great, but there's a second layer to it. You really just kind of fall in love with her.
You said you needed to get out of this place on the phone just now.
You misheard me.
The character is actually based on my younger daughter. Some of the things specifically were things she did and said, and she's been asking me, who's gonna play me in the movie? I showed her the picture of Indiana, and she's like, yeah, she looks good.
I told you Cece was having a sleepover tonight. There was no need to make a scene.
This is how you allow the help to dress in your home?
Andrew's mother, played by Elizabeth Perkins, who is frighteningly phenomenal in this.
Your hair is fabulous.
Well, thank you, Doc.
Not a root in sight.
She's got striking silver hair and posture and grandeur and beyond accomplished performer who we're lucky to get in this film.
Andrew was trained in this way by his mom, by Mrs. Winchester, who we wanted to be an imposing figure. We went with Elizabeth Perkins, who's so incredible and just a force, a shadow over his life.
Andrew loves these dishes. Put them somewhere safe.
When I was reading the book the first time, I don't think I could have ever imagined that we ended up with this fantastic of a cast. It's been really cool to sort of see the thing that we thought was like an awesome idea expand beyond anyone's imagination.
The medium of publishing and literary is different than the medium of visual storytelling, but we have really used the book as our blueprint. For the fans of the book, there will be moments and things that they will recognize and love that people who haven't read the book won't know, but both will be fully entertained.
When you're reading a book, the reader is the director in their mind. And so they see the movie in their mind, they've directed it, they've cast it, they've made it. They see all of it, so then you see someone else's version of it. So there's always gonna be this disconnect, but I really hope that we touch a lot of people's imaginations when they see this.
I have a really good feeling about this, Millie. I do.
Me too.
It's a classic setup. Everyone's beautiful. They bring this gorgeous girl in to be their housemaid. Clearly, we're already going like, all right, something's gonna happen here. And then by the end, it all falls apart.
What the fuck? You what?
Pull out your fucking tooth. I was drawn to Millie because her entire life fought for her friends and she stood up for what she believed was right versus wrong. And I love a character that's strong-willed like that.
When you meet her, you have to think she's just a sort of like innocent girl who's down on her luck, who's very earnest and nervous. And once the twist happens and it cracks her open, you're like, oh wow, like there's a lot going on inside you.
These cups, they're like little doll cups, Andrew.
Millie, stop it right now! Stop it right now! Millie!
A gravy boat? Andrew, I love fucking gravy! That one just does not want to break.
Hey.
Thanks.
Working with Sid is fantastic. She's a lot of fun on set and is very intentional with her approach to Millie.
You look at Sid and her eyes are just wide and curious, and her reaction to me as Nina, it's fun to watch. I want you to feel safe here. Through your door, as requested.
Thanks. Working with Amanda has been a dream. I grew up the biggest fan of her.
It takes me like 25 takes to really like find my comfort. No, but
we only have 2 though, so.
We only have 2.
We did like 2 takes.
It's gonna get cut. Our dynamic is that we very much like each other and we all play around, and that's essential to having a sane experience on a movie set.
Is everything okay?
I've been making.
Oh,
yeah.
Can I get you anything?
I mean, I can always use more coffee.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Actually, can you give it to me a fresh one because I'm still working on it?
Yes, ma'am.
What'd I miss?
Oh, we're just talking spring fundraiser.
Ooh.
Please save us with a theme idea.
Stop lurking.
Nina had the hardest trajectory because we meet her, we think she's the greatest person in the world, and you're supposed to really hate her by the middle of the movie. She's push and pull. She hates me, no, she likes me. And then suddenly she's losing her mind in the kitchen.
Action!
Nina!
Where are they? I'm speaking as Nina right now. And I'm fucking shit up.
Where what?
My PTA notes.
Where are they? I didn't see any notes.
Bullshit!
One of the scenes where I was like, oh yeah, I wanna act in this movie. Really, truly my favorite scene, of course, is gonna be the kitchen scene where I'm throwing shit around because I do whatever I wanna do and the camera's gonna follow me. And having that kind of freedom is so essential to a performance like that.
What's going on?
Billy! Threw away my notes for the meeting tonight. She threw them away! Nina, why don't we go check your office?
I made sure to shoot it kind of handheld and keep the cameras kind of crazy and a little unsettled. She just nailed it every time.
Nina!
What?
This is the Nina show.
I know, but
This is yours.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
this is on record as the most fun character I've played since Karen in Mean Girls. Lost a few fake nails.
Oh, God!
Lots of dynamics. Love it. I love throwing stuff. And they're ready for me, so I'm gonna go do it again. At one point, I threw a dish on the floor and almost hit Sydney, and I was like, I'm sorry, I got carried away. But she's, of course, beyond a team player. She welcomes it, and I almost feel bad at this point for Sydney and Brandon, because I really do have the best role in this. I do. You've ruined my entire day.
I'm sorry.
Brandon, he had a very difficult role too because he has to be sort of the greatest guy in the world for the first half of the movie. And he's so wonderful and everything he's doing for Millie is great, but when you look back on it, it's really cliched what he's saying, how he lures people into his web.
I mean, all I've ever really wanted to do was to be a husband and a father, honestly.
That's really sweet. Brandon's been amazing. He's a great scene partner, and it's such an interesting and different role for people to see him play.
Brandon is starting to show the sparkle of that sociopath, and it's really fun because he's been staying back a little bit, like really playing the nice guy, the sexy dad.
He plays such a good actor in the movie because he has to act like he's just the perfect girl dad, but he tortures Nina and he sucks.
I hate to break it to you, sweetheart, but your roots are making a break for it.
He would just seed in little things of the way he would hold somebody or react to something in a way that you're like, oh, he's a nice guy. Oh, I guess he just had a bad moment. Then you're like, oh no, this is who this guy is.
You hungry?
Not after seeing your roots.
It's all about duality. Like everything with him is like contradiction. So finding ways where he's consciously manipulating and finding ways where he's unconsciously manipulating, looking very sleek and then playing it more boyish and charming and playful and then looking more intense.
Baby, it's 2 a.m.
I'm gonna go to bed. Let me know how it ends.
As a costume designer, I go to Paul and we talk about each character. That feeds me with the fuel that I need to take to the actors, which then becomes a significant process because they'll put on a costume and often you'll hear them say, ah, now I see it. It arms them with additional information to play a character.
I think in terms of Andrew's style and presence, a lot of turtlenecks, less sweaters. I've honestly never worn a turtleneck a day in my life before I shot this film.
It sort of buttoned him up in a way and it put him in an East Coast way and it was informative.
How about you and I go?
For Millie, it just had to be very realistic that this is a girl who's been in prison for 10 years. She's living in her car, so we wanted to make sure she had a very limited wardrobe, and Sydney was very into that idea.
I suggested that she arrive with maybe 2 duffel bags, and they came from, you know, a thrift, things that she could sort of grab.
Do you need me to help you bring in your stuff from your car? Oh, no, this is it. Great. Yeah. Wow.
I really wanted to make sure that it wasn't like Millie was changing her outfit every single day because she didn't have that. She has 1 pair of jeans, maybe 2, a couple tops that she switches, whatever she can fit in her duffel bag and she might have thrifted or had from before.
I covet those.
I love this outfit.
Those pants though with this.
Yeah. This is actually one of my favorite outfits.
I'm taking them.
You're taking them?
I'm taking them off your rack.
Nina in the book, as I described, she's always wearing white. So it was really fun to find variation so she's not just wearing the same white outfits. And Renee just went and found the most beautiful sort of upper class, rich lady stuff. And obviously nobody looks better in it than Amanda.
It was a palette that we felt was imposed on her by Brandon's character, Andrew.
Then seeing that sort of shift over to Millie when she falls in love with Brandon and sort of take on that persona and all those looks was so satisfying.
These are practically brand new, and I want you to have them.
I can't.
This look amazing on you.
At one point, Millie's character puts on a Nina dress, and that kind of was a pivotal design because Sydney and myself and Paul realized the more it looked like Nina's character, the more effective that moment would be.
It's exciting to watch because, God, there's just so many dynamics at play. And there's only 3 people, but you feel like there's like 7.
Great dress.
One of the primary characters in The Housemaid is the house itself. The house that is that character that an audience would love to be a part of, but if you change the lighting ever so slightly, they want to get the fuck out of there.
Hi, Millie. Welcome.
Hi, Mrs. Winchester.
We looked for a house that felt like a storybook, wish fulfillment house with this old sort of thatched roof, but at the same time, it's a labyrinth. So you can feel a bit lost in it.
We flyered over 300 houses, 80 to 100 responses. Of those 80, 25 made the cut. So you just keep narrowing it down to one particular house, and it happens to be this one here. We wanted the house to be older, but wanted the inside to feel new, like it was refurbished by the Winchester family, specifically Andrew. This particular house was exactly what we were going for. It was built in 1908, but the family that moved in renovated it about 10 years ago, and it really kind of hit all the marks for Elizabeth and the creative team.
The house is absolutely perfect. It just looks exactly like where the Winchesters would live. I even saw the gate. When I saw that gate, I was like, this is clearly the house.
It was perfect because it's a fairy tale house. He is selling that he is a Prince Charming. And then you get to unpeel the inside with all of its edges and its turns, and you can't see through the whole house. The lines don't really line up, and you really get a sense of like, this is a man who sort of created a maze and a prison in his own home.
I walked in that house and I was like, damn, this is like what I imagined. It feels expensive and chic without being stuffy. They really nailed it.
Would you like a grand tour so you can see what you're getting yourself into?
Sure.
You never go into a house and go like, we're just gonna shoot the house the way it is. You basically take everything out of the house and redo it so that it fits the vision that the production designer and myself have for the movie.
He didn't want the house to feel scary from the get-go. It actually was supposed to feel quote unquote, Nancy Meyers gone wrong. It should feel very inviting, but if you look a little closer, you're like, ooh, there's something off about it.
And I just want to shout out EJ and Paige and the whole art department for putting this entire house together. Really different from what we came into. So.
The overall process of the house, we basically had about a month of prep in the house to begin with, and that involved taking out all of their pieces, storing everything, and then painting, construction, etc.
They have painted and furnished and designed this entire house. It's pretty spectacular. They're very talented people.
And it's huge.
It is ginormous. You look from outside, you're like, oh, cool. And then you get in, and it's just like a sprawling maze.
And it's
incredible.
Very sexy.
Yeah.
And action!
Something that was really important to Paul was that he wanted the house to feel welcoming. He wants Millie to want to work there. The initial spaces that Millie enters the house have a more welcoming atmosphere. The foyer and the kitchen and the great room are all pretty bright. We ended up actually having this recurring theme of red as a color to symbolize Andrew and spaces where he has a presence. You particularly see it unfold in the screening room. That's really like his personal private space, and the room is pretty much all red. You also see it on the front door of the house. The couches in the formal living room are also red, which during the interview is maybe something that would hint to Millie that something is not quite right and friendly with this house. You'll notice that it's not really present in Cece's bedroom or Cece's playroom. That's less of a space that he's in.
The playroom, we wanted to give this idea of everything feels very beautiful, yet you're like, this is kind of spooky.
This is Cece's room. Andrew even made a little miniature version of our house for her. Isn't that sweet?
The dollhouse, of course, was like the central piece inside of that.
Honey, shut the fuck up. I hate you, Daddy.
What?
I will candidly admit I did cry when I saw the dollhouse. Because I feel like as a producer, you work on something for so long and you imagine what it could be. And then the dollhouse is like such a perfect manifestation that we built the house.
There.
So amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So that's where,
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah,
Incredible.
It was a big prop
Incredible,
for
yes.
the art department to make, but they did it because we have a great art.
Wow. And the craftsmanship that they put into that dollhouse is really quite impressive.
What we decided to do with our dollhouse fabricator, her name is Katie Akana, is truncate the house. So we just did the main portion of the house and not the wings of the house. Once we had the rooms designed, we were then giving Katie Akana the wallpapers, the paint colors, a couple months of this is this thing, this is that thing, can you incorporate this? Luckily, she was amazing.
And action.
Juice, please. Don't spill. Juice is a privilege.
It's literally a roadmap to the abuse that's happening in this house. Where's she putting mom? Is mom up in the attic? Is mom down with them in the dining room? Where's Millie through her troll doll? It's kind of how she's coping with all this stuff that we find out that she basically knows what's going on.
Cece, where did you find this troll? Were you in my room?
I took a look at it the first day I was in the house to shoot, and it was so perfect with every little detail. They even had like the paintings on the walls.
I don't want you going into my room. Do you understand? You need to stay out of the attic.
So do you.
Excellent. Great, let's reset.
Art for the movie was one of the most important things to me. I wanted to show an idea of where the story was going through the art, create Easter eggs through the art. The wallpaper in the butler's pantry is plates. Millie breaks plates in the story. And that is the impetus to get her into the attic.
The ideas of power, control, the male gaze, oppression, the artwork highlights those. The Tosh Basco piece, which is in the dining room, it's very overpowering. The brushstrokes are very violent.
I really love the upper landing gallery wall of the house.
This is the upper living room, which we barely ever use, to be honest.
There's a lot of Renaissance pieces painted by women that show women getting revenge on men. They're throughout the house, but more specifically in the area where they kill Andrew.
Just sweep this under the rug, and we start fresh.
Interesting fact, when I was growing up, my phone number in Michigan was 313-4933. So they said, what's the address? I said, well, 4933. So there you go. It's a bit of trivia that means something only to myself. That's what you gotta do when you direct a movie. You gotta put little fun things like that in. Now we're off to the sound stages to start shooting the attic. That's right, the attic is at the sound stage. We had to build the attic because I had a very specific thing in mind for that. I loved it to be an A-frame. I wanted to be very symmetrical because I knew we were gonna be doing most of the shooting in there from the point of view of the door.
So with the attic, the challenge was how can we create an environment that feels inviting and then have it go dark? Because again, Paul was very interested in the idea that she wouldn't be afraid. She'd be like, oh, this is great. Then the space has to kind of feel claustrophobic and like it's gonna close in on her.
Oh my God. Closed window, deadbolt. What kind of monsters are we?
We knew it was gonna be a tough set because it's small. So we had to make it so all the ceiling pieces come out, the walls come out so we could be moving around. That's the attic itself with a very short staircase. That's the attic stairs over there, so we can shoot at the top and look down the stairs. And then over there, we have a 50-50 shot, so we can have them in the same shot talking to each other through the door.
Open the door.
I can't do that.
So it will look seamless, and just like we're all in one location, is actually broken up into 3 separate locations.
Nina, what the fuck are you doing?
I miss you so much.
Good job.
Hey, Steve, way to go, girl!
Right, Dan, you got out of here? Yes, sir. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And action!
You knew she'd do this to me, didn't you?
The ending of the film is twisted and chaotic and messy and crazy.
I like that Rebecca added a little bit more action at the end. It's a book, so it's less visual. And she made a really action-packed, climactic ending, and I think that was a really good change.
Violent. Great.
You okay?
Yeah. Sid and Brandon are doing their own stunts, and they're crushing it. My heroes. Yeah, they are. My heroes.
I do all my stunts usually, and I like it. I'm a physical person, and I like throwing myself around.
I hate fight scenes. I hate stunts. Not stunt people. Love them, need them, but I hate doing them. In fact, I have to slap Sydney, and I was like, I don't want to do it. I can't do it. And she's like, do it. No, it's fine. I've been hit so many times in my last movie, and I was like,
Would you like help packing your things? I just came off of a fighting movie, so I feel like I'm pretty prepped for any type of fight.
I just that. Also this. You
Just gotta go your fingertips.
I don't understand the fingertip thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so graphic.
It's a shard of a piece of china. Could make it look like you cut yourself.
Like the torture part and where he has to pull out his tooth.
I need you to pull out your front tooth.
What?
Part of me's like, you go, Millie. Like, girl, you such a bad bitch. You, like, step up. And then part of me is just like, no. I can't. It's scary. I just...
No, Millie! Millie, let me out! Let me out! Let me out!
Excellent, good cut.
Researching what it's like to rip my teeth out and to get stabbed in the throat.
This right here is the apparatus that Brandon will be wearing. It goes right around the neck, hooks in from the pressure pot, and when they hit with the prop knife, it'll squirt a little bit of blood out the side of their neck.
In terms of my untimely demise, I'm throwing myself down lots of flights of stairs.
We meet the staircase within the first 5 pages of the script. Andrew says I'm totally gonna kill myself one day on these. I should just draw my chalk outline on the bottom to get it over with.
Initially in the script, they had Andrew falling off of a roof, and then we found our house, which happened to have this insane spiral staircase.
One of our producers, Jennifer Booth, she goes like, he could fall down there, and it's like, oh my God, you just solved it. So that was the greatest thing that the house afforded us, to be quite honest.
But I'd rather be dead than spend another day with you, you fucking monster.
Millie comes through and knocks Andrew over the railing, and he's gonna fall all the way down to the bottom. Because we're in the house, we don't have any structural stuff where we could rig to, so we're gonna throw a dummy down the stairs.
Listen, buddy.
We've had a dummy built, we had to do a mold so that we get all the musculature that Brandon has.
3, 2, 1, action!
You throw it down, that head hits these rails. It's crazy. And we're like, holy shit, that's really violent.
We've built a platform with a railing on it. We'll put mats down, he'll go over the railing, land into mats, so that we actually see the real actor going over something. And then we're gonna put a stunt double on wires, falling towards camera.
We had to build this section of foam railing and just ran in for this close-up thing. Bam, hitting his head on the thing and spitting blood out. God. And then we augmented a lot of it with some CG just to make it look real. Because, you know, a dummy's gonna look all floppy and stuff like that. But I love it. I'm really proud of it. I wanted it to be shocking and like it would happen in real life. Because I had a dream like a couple of years ago where I was hiking with somebody and we were up on this very high thing and we were just gonna jump over this little tiny ravine to the next thing. We were talking, and all of a sudden the person just fell and I just watched them go and hit these rocks and you know, they were dead. And it was so like, I woke up like, oh my God, because it happened, it was so benign of like a normal moment and somebody's dead, you know? And so that's what I was really like hung up on. I want this to be just violent and fast. He's regenerating.
Working with Paul is a dream. Genuinely the sweetest fucking man I've worked with behind a camera. For me, it kind of like speaks to the little kid inside of you where I'll come up with a line and he's like, oh, I love the line. I love this amazing. Did you try this? And now you have this creative flow and now you're inspired.
It is so wonderful having such a shorthand so quickly with somebody I've never worked with. I love his set. Expectations were high and he's beat them.
So much fun. He is the sweetest gentleman I have ever met. You can just tell he respects what he does and his cast and his crew. And he wears a different suit to set every day. And I love it. Thank you. I've been taking a picture of him every single day so I can make a big, huge collage of all of his fits.
Here we go, and action.
You didn't deserve any of this.
Neither did you.
course, it's like a thrilling, sexy ride, and it's told in the most entertaining way possible. But the core of it is it's two women coming together against an abuser to save each other.
I think it's so important, especially now, to have a movie where the women triumph and work together.
You feel a sort of triumphant, universal fuck yes when he's defeated at the end of this film. He's like big bad wolf, and they hunt him down and they destroy him, which is the best feeling.
Wow, well, tell me about yourself, really.
Well, I definitely didn't plan on being a housemaid.
I'm not wrapped.
I'm all wrapped.
Yes, sir. I got a couple more.
It's always so sad. It was so much fun. I loved it. I love Millie. I love everything about Housemaid. It's been a pleasure. The crew's been incredible. The cast has been amazing. I wonder. It's been really good.
I hope that viewers see the importance of resilience and trusting their own instincts. I think Millie's journey is a testament of power and just fighting through the darkest of circumstances.
When would you like me to start?
And that's a wrap on The Housemaid.